On episode 21, we have a transportation quick list, we talk video game movies, we discuss our most anticipated E3 games, and Connor takes a quiz. Sit back and relax, because here comes episode 21.
Activating Dragon Power Protocol in 3, 2, 1. Initializing host sequence. Player 1. Select your host. Brian.
Solid choice. Let's fire it up.
Player 2. Select your host. Connor.
Oh, yeah!
Host sequence complete. Stand by for podcast.
Dragon Power!
Hello, everybody.
Hey up!
Ooh, it's
I
backwards today.
gotta get creative.
Instead of hey, oh, it was hey,
Hey
oh.
up! Yeah. I started
I like
Lion King there.
Lion
About
King.
about to break
I'm
into
like,
a
hey,
Disney
everybody.
movie.
You're like, hi,
Yes,
awesome.
There you go.
Perfect.
Have fun editing that.
Podcast over. Per usual.
There's silence. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
is that- are we actually doing-
What episode is this? Like 3
This
or
is,
4?
7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
Plus a bunch more.
63 and a third.
Heyo!
That's a joke. Not very many people will get.
That's Clay Fighters.
63 and a third.
Oh, I love playing as the evil Santa. He's like, belly launcher.
I can't even remember anything about that game.
Oh, that game is hilarious. That game is so expensive. Welcome to
really?
episode 21
Anyway,
of the Dragon Power Podcast. Yes, that game is horrifyingly expensive. It is so hard to find like an actual cartridge of it. My buddy Patrick used to have one, and we would play it sometimes, and it's a bad fighting game.
why are the bad games so rare?
I don't
Like,
know. That happens a lot.
To be fair, it makes sense. It
I
wouldn't
mean,
make as
all
many.
these terrible games are so rare, like Final Fantasy III, Link to the Past.
Man, terrible. Star Fox,
Super Mario RPG,
FF7.
Earthbound. Just all these
Yeah, dude,
trash games.
Earthbound's just the worst game.
They're just all of those are just awful. Anyway, back to the
Don't
Elmo's
bel-
Letter Adventure podcast.
We lie a lot on this podcast.
We do because we're terrible, awful human
Yep.
beings. So let's get into our terrible, awful human being weeks.
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. Why not? Let's see. What did I do this week? I attempted to play Doom several times.
Whoa. Okay.
So here's the thing. I don't know what it was, but I had Doom. I mean, I explained how I got Doom, and it was
Yeah.
amazing. I've tried to play Doom like 7 or 8 times. I play it for about a half an hour, and I'm like, I just am not feeling this. I'm just not feeling it. And I don't know why, and I want to. And then I'll listen to a podcast, or I'll read reviews, and everybody's like, gosh, Doom is the best thing of all time. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm just not giving it enough of a chance. And then I sit down and I play it, and I'm like, I want to do something else. And I don't know what the deal is. And then I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but I was like, maybe I'll try playing it with a controller instead of mouse and keyboard
Oh, okay.
and see if that changes anything. And for whatever reason, it just clicked. And I've played many, many, many hours of Doom now, and I'm in love with it, and it's fantastic. And I'm wiggling the desk.
Yay.
with my
Wow.
foot.
Where are you? How far are you?
Let's see. I just got out of the first time you go to hell.
Okay, so you're about halfway.
Okay. I'm back on Mars
Yeah.
after chasing what's her nostrils.
Olivia.
Yeah. that
Olivia
girl.
Munn.
But anyway, so which is weird because I prefer mouse and keyboard when I play my shooters.
Yeah.
It's just better for me.
Especially for Doom, because it's...
Yeah, it's way more precise and it's way more fast paced. But I love playing that game with a controller. It just feels good.
Yeah.
Been getting into that. I've also been hanging out with Tabby a bunch.
Yeah.
Watching. She's been watching Full Metal Alchemist,
Yeah.
and I keep coming in at later episodes because
Oh.
she's watching it, and when I'm not there, and then I show up, and I'm like, I don't know what's going
Who
on,
is
but
that
this
character?
is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's fun. Other than that, I haven't really done much. It's a 3-day weekend.
For you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Memorial Day.
Yeah.
Memorial Day is awkward for me
Yeah.
because I'm a veteran, and when people find that out, they go, "Thank you so much for your service," and I never know what to say.
I'd just be like, thanks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess that's kind of like what the approach I take is like. I'm just like, thanks.
You should be like, thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank
and then
you
they'd
for
be
your-
like,
thank you for your thanks for my service. But I was like, I was in Germany for 4 years and that was it. Or like 3 years. And I didn't really do much in the army. So I always feel...
You served, so...
yeah, I guess. I mean, yes, I did. But I feel like the thanks should go to the people who went downrange and stuff. But
yeah.
It's all good. So that's pretty much all I did this week, man. I worked a bunch and doomed.
I doomed.
Doomed. What'd you do this week?
I did a decent amount this weekend. So I picked up, first off, the Watchmen comic.
Okay.
Super good. I didn't know it was just the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it was the movie was like based on it, and the comics were like the original, like running, like. But I like it. I love it a lot.
Yeah. They tried to stay as like true to the graphic novel as possible with the movie.
That being said, I think it's Zack Snyder who did it.
Mm-hmm.
He did a super good job.
Which is hilarious because he did a horrible job with Batman v Superman.
Like it's almost like panel for panel in the movie,
That's
which
awesome.
is why it's almost 3 hours. It is 3 hours long.
Yeah. I remember that movie.
Yeah.
Is super long.
Comics better, I think. There's not as many dumb Hollywood tropes in the comic. So
true. And what's her name? The girl who's with Dr. Manhattan, but then
Silk Spectre,
she goes with the owl guy.
Night Owl.
Yeah, Night Owl. I don't remember. I haven't seen it forever. But the actress who plays her, I can't stand that actress.
Yeah.
She's been in several other movies and stuff, and I just cannot stand her acting chops because they're just not
good.
Tight.
All right.
Yeah.
I love it. And there's actually the newest, I think, DC run is going to tie in with the Watchmen.
Cool.
Which is gonna be interesting.
That would be neat.
It's kind of funny because Watchmen's a parody of superheroes.
Yeah.
So now they're actual superheroes. So now they're no longer a parody.
Exactly.
So that's backwards.
That's weird.
I saw X-Men Apocalypse
Woohoo!
yesterday. Super good movie.
Starring Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers movie.
Wait, really?
No.
Oh.
That's just what Apocalypse looks like.
Oh, dude.
Just a big purple dude.
I can't it's blue actually.
Oh, he's blue in this one?
Yeah, it's blue.
Okay.
He has purple energy fields.
Ooh.
Which is interesting. It's good though. I was like, this whole time I was like, where's Wolverine? Oh, there's Wolverine. All right. And I turned to my friend and was like, wait a second. I know Hugh Jackman's in this movie. Jacked man is in this movie.
Huge jacked man.
But dude, if y'all are a mild Marvel fan, go see it. It's good.
Cool.
It's worth the money. See it in theaters. And the Preacher TV show came out.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
Is it good?
Yes. It takes some getting used to because
Okay.
it's not the comic.
I see.
And I thought it would be, exactly like the comic, but it's its own thing.
Mhm.
And once I realized that, I enjoyed it way more. But I was like, I don't like this. Okay. And then I had to suspend I had to like fragment my reality into Preacher comic and Preacher TV show. But that's good. I think they're doing a 2-week thing.
Cool.
So next episode's next Sunday. Well, if you're listening to this next week, it'll be this Sunday. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's super good. Super violent. It's really good. It's written by Seth Rogen, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, but Garth Ennis wrote the comic, but I thought he'd be on it, but he's nowhere to be found. So that's fun.
That's weird.
Yeah. Other than that, with actual games I played Doom.
Yeah.
A little bit more. Trying to get all the collectibles. Once I get all the collectibles, I'm going to go through it again on the harder difficulties.
Mhm.
But super good game. Can't talk about it some more. Played a little bit of FF7. I was like,
Oh.
because I was scrolling through my games on my PS4 and I was like, I don't want like a character action game or like something intense. I just want to kind of lean back, and then I forgot the battle system in FF7 is kind of intense. But it's not all like that. So it's like there's some wandering around, which is good.
Sure.
I think I just got to Costa del Sol, I think. And I'm going through that mountain after that.
I hate that section.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
kind of.
it's
No,
just
I'm in Golden Saucer. That's where I left off.
So you've made it past all
I
that
made it
nonsense.
past that. Yeah.
It's that whole train track sequence.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts. It's just a whole lot of random encounters. It's a whole lot of random fights. And it's like, it gets to the point where you're like, okay, I'm way too high level for these fights, so these are just preventing me from progressing.
Yeah, I could just one-shot him with Cloud, with Bolt, and all.
Dude,
now that I understand... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying it's just annoying.
Yeah.
That's all.
Now that I understand how materia works, this game's way better.
I was going to say, like, it blew my mind when I found out that you barely used materia your first playthrough.
Well, because I was like, oh, spells, all right, and I didn't know, like, the whole link. They don't... In some ways, they don't explain it very well. They tell you it links it together, but, like, I try to figure out what this does. And it's like, materia, it's like, attacks all enemies. I was like, what do I do? What do I do with this? So it's like, I've got it figured out now, because
Cool.
I've looked up guides.
I was going to say, like, the materia system is what makes Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, yeah, it's super, like, now that I know what I'm doing, I think I'm gonna modify my team because a while ago I said I was gonna do Cloud, Yuffie, and Vincent. I'm still gonna use Vincent. Just Yuffie doesn't really belong in this team. It's weird.
Oh,
She's
okay.
not a very. She's a thief character, but she's not really meant for combat.
No,
So-
she can be one of the most powerful characters in the whole game.
Yeah, but like based on I need like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make Cloud I'm gonna have a healer, a black mage, and Cloud,
Okay.
which is gonna be kind of like a melee build.
Sure.
So, and Yuffie doesn't fit in that. Maybe in another run through
Sure.
I'll use her, but that's enough for FF
Yeah.
power. I played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts. You were right. That game is slow.
Mhm.
I haven't even got past the island yet because I was like, I don't want to collect more things.
Yeah,
today.
Kingdom Hearts 2 is a little more quick on
Yeah.
the
Quick!
making stuff. All right, we're into the quick list.
Well,
Here. I'm just kidding.
that's
No,
fine.
but it's a little quicker to get into like the meat and potatoes of the game.
Yeah.
Than Kingdom Hearts 1 takes a very, very long time to get into anything that's
Yeah.
like worthwhile.
Although I know Kingdom Hearts 2 has that like 3-hour long intro sequence or something where it's like ridiculous. We play as Roxas for forever, and then you're like, oh,
And eat the sea salt ice cream.
yeah,
Delicious.
that sounds amazing. I've never had sea salt ice
I
cream.
have no idea what it sounds like. It could either be really good or terrible.
Yeah, well, because like, what is it like sea salt taffy? Is that what
Mhm.
it is? That's amazing.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
like sea salt ice cream sounds amazing. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, I'll muster up the willpower to go collect like some more stuff to make the raft with Riku and Kairi, and then I'll be able to go to Traverse Town, I think is what it is.
Cool.
I played Chain of Memories, which is pretty much just like the remake of that game.
Yeah.
So I know like where I'm going, but I don't know like anyway.
Is that all you did this week?
Yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
I talked
Well,
way too long for
fun
about
weeks?
that.
No,
Yeah.
it's fine. Cool. So let's go into everybody's favorite segment in the whole wide world. The quick list. All right.
You're like, I just saw your brain like,
Hit shut down.
like restart, and it's like,
So the quick list for this week, Connor came up with this idea, is for the top 5 vehicles/modes of transportation in games.
just any way you get from point A to point B.
Exactly.
Save for fast travel because that's boring.
Okay. So, let's see here. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so you never played Far Cry 4?
No,
Right.
I have it on
Oh,
my
you
PC.
have?
Yeah.
Do you know the Tut-Tuts?
No.
They're the little 3-wheeled like electric powered like buggy
Oh,
things.
yeah.
I put that on there
Awesome.
because you'll never know the joy of just doing a drive-by on an enemy outpost and a Tut-Tut. And it's just so good. Just like with like doing the on a torch and everything with the 1887. Yeah, it's like
That's
oh,
awesome.
it's so. I love it.
Number 4?
So dumb. Bond cars in just any Bond video game.
Oh yeah,
There's
because
so
they're just all decked out.
Yeah, because those levels are some of my favorite in just any video game.
Sure.
Because most of the time they're done by like EA's like racing team, and most of them they
Which
control
is
pretty
awesome.
well. Yeah. Props to EA. Number 3, F-Zero machines. Because
Okay.
they're jet-powered cars.
Yeah, and
Can't
they
complain
hover.
about that. It's
They're
so cool.
amazing.
There's nothing I don't love about it. Number 2, I just put Rico from Just Cause because that man is just his own transportation
That
system.
is true.
So
He
sorry.
uses pretty much anything and
Yeah.
everything to just flop his body all over the island.
So Rico counts, and then number 1, just flight.
Just flight in general.
Just flight because
Okay.
it's just fun, and
Sure.
yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Whoa,
That-
everything went really quiet.
That was a quick list.
It was really quick.
All right. I will go next, if that's okay with everyone else.
No,
Um,
I had another list prepared.
Cool. Number 5. I put the Warthog from Halo.
Nice.
I love the way that thing drives. It's amazing. It feels good to drift in that bad boy, especially if you have a friend on the back with the turret, just being like, pep, 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 pep.
I was always the designated driver
Me too.
because my friend because I don't mind it. Like I love driving.
Yeah, I'm a
We're
really
from
good
up on
driver,
the- yeah.
but I'm not a huge fan of shooting while moving like that. So
Unless I'm on the turret, because then I don't have to worry about ammo.
number 4, I put the R-wing.
Nice. I thought about putting it on there, but I thought F-Zero machines were close enough to R-Wing.
It controls like magic. It controls exactly how you want a flying machine to control.
It's because of the G diffuser system, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. Good call on that one.
Yeah. F-Zero machines use a similar system.
Oh,
It's the G
except
diffuser
you
system.
can't fly. in
Yeah,
those.
well, except that they're designed to, anti-gravity and not to be, airplanes.
So they're
I
completely
know too
different.
much about stuff like this.
Number 3, I put Yoshi
Yeah!
because he just changes the game drastically. Not only does he allow Mario to jump higher in various situations, but he can also eat stuff, and he makes the music change.
And it gives you an extra hit.
Yes. And I always feel bad when Yoshi gets hit because he looks so stressed out. He's like, "What? Why?"
He makes that sound. He's like, "Ow!"
Like, yeah.
Like, I know it's not him making that sound, but I like to think it is.
It's amazing. Number 2, I put Chocobos from Final Fantasy.
War!
Because in the Final Fantasy world, if you've played in any of the overworld maps, like the world maps, and you're on your feet, man, that sucks. It takes forever to get anywhere. And the first time you get a Chocobo, you're like, yes, so fast.
Or the high wind.
The high wind's amazing.
All right, just get a Chocobo-shaped high wind. And there you go.
Funnily enough, number 1, I put fast travel. Because that is my favorite way to get from point A to point B. Because
all right.
I like just puffing to where I need to go.
Fair enough.
It's magical.
I'll give it to you.
So, yeah. That was actually a really, really quick
That
list.
was for once. That happens sometimes, apparently.
You're welcome, America.
We did it. Make America great again. Dragon Power 2020.
20.
Because we're not running this
20,
year.
yeah.
But
That's right. It's got to be 2020.
yeah.
So.
Yeah. We get it, though.
Cool. Awesome. So that was the quick list. We're going to move straight into our mini-boss segment.
Mini of the boss.
This week, the mini-boss segment is actually going to be a lot of fun. It's just going to be a discussion. Less listy, more discussion-y. We haven't done this. For some reason, I was under the impression that we had done this in a previous episode. That's why I never recommended it.
Yeah, we talked about it, and then I was like,
Briefly. Yeah. But we're just going to talk video game movies.
This will be interesting because I haven't seen very many. But
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen a ton. I've seen too many.
Because by the time, Uwe Boll wreaked havoc, people were like, hey, those movies are bad. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like 11 or 12 by the time I'd want to see them.
See, there aren't any really like masterpiece video game movies, but there are movies that are way better than others.
Yeah.
So, but there are also atrocious abominations that shouldn't be viewed by anybody.
I think the only like one that stands out in mind is like those old Hitman movies that are just terrible.
Yeah, with Timothy Oliphant.
Sure. Yeah, it sounds right.
I love that actor, but yeah, that movie was not good.
Yeah. People don't realize that Hitman is a stealth man. He is not Neo.
He's not explodey, shooty, flippy, jumpy. Yep.
Like when things go wrong, yeah, he's good at shooting guns, but he's not like like blowing people away.
Exactly.
Except that's exactly what he's doing.
Just not what he does.
Yeah.
Let's see. So there are movies that are by movie standards would not be considered good, but by nostalgia and fun standards, just by watching a fun movie without taking it too serious, are amazing. Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat Annihilation are amazingly fun movies. Whether you're making fun of them or just enjoying them because they're cheesy, good fun from your childhood, like I love both of those movies dearly, and I will never ever not love them.
Yeah.
Especially Mortal Kombat 1 had awesome fight choreography.
I know. Yeah, I need to see one. I've only seen Annihilation.
Oh, you've only seen Annihilation?
Yeah, you showed me Annihilation, and then I was like, at the end.
Oh, I remember because of the Hydra dragon fights.
I was like, what?
You were like, why? Why is this thing?
That's how I express rage, by the way. It's like, just come on.
Did you ever see Street Fighter the movie?
I have not, but
with
I've heard
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude.
That's another movie that I absolutely adore from my childhood because it's not a very good movie, but it's so much fun.
Isn't Akuma just like a dude?
There is no Akuma in the movie.
Oh.
They only added him in Street Fighter the movie, the game. Which is the game based on the movie, which is based on the game.
That's so lame. Akuma's so cool.
No, he's not. Not in that movie.
Oh,
or not in that game.
I mean, like in the actual, Street Fighter universe.
Oh yeah, Akuma's incredible
awesome.
In real Street Fighter. In Street Fighter the movie, the game, Akuma is just like
the best.
Just some random Japanese dude that's dressed like Akuma. He looks like a really poor cosplayer. That's so.
He's just wearing like a red mop on his head and he's like, "I'm Akuma."
It's hilarious. That game, I've got it on my PlayStation 1. That game is so much fun to play with people because it is so bad. It's just Street Fighter. All the moves work properly. Like, it controls the way you think it would. But just the animation is so trash that, like, I just can't even comprehend. It's weird. It doesn't play well because the animation looks so bad.
I love it. Do the physics like make sense? Like, do they feel like Street Fighter physics? Like when you jump.
You'll have to play it to understand what I mean because you're going to be like, "Hey, I'm going to try this move. Hey, that move worked," just like I would expect it to in Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Yeah.
but it looks bad, so it doesn't feel good. If that makes sense.
I did a Hadouken and a basketball came out. I didn't like this.
He did a Hadouken and 4 ice cream cakes just fell on the ground. Anyway, but yeah, that game is not super good, but it's fun still.
Yeah, it's fun.
And the movie is the same way. It's not super good, but it's fun.
Okay.
I love just ultra American Jean-Claude Van Damme just being like America, like just with his super thick accent.
Why is Guile?
Soldiers, we just been told that but we can all go home.
I'm Guile. I love America. Have you seen my American flag tattoos? I have 2 of them.
It's amazing. Oh yeah, no, they give him 2 tattoos.
Yes.
To make it like.
I love how Guile, like they just like made Guile love America so much.
And then they have
retroactively.
Gomez Adams as M. Bison.
M.
Raul Julia.
Bison. Bison.
He's got one of the coolest speeches in that movie ever.
Does
it's
he?
just so psychotic.
I think my favorite Bison is cartoon Bison though.
Yeah.
Where he's like, yes, yes. It's the best.
Did you see? You know what? Let's throw in a good one here. Advent Children.
I have seen more movies than I realized.
Yes.
That is really good.
Advent Children is incredible, especially if you know the backstory with Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VII. You can watch it as a standalone, but if you are like attached to the characters, then Advent Children becomes this whole other experience.
Yeah, especially because I watched it right after I beat FF7. So,
That was ahead of its time as far as the CGI.
yeah, it's like 2006.
Yeah, and
Okay.
back then the CGI movies were good, but they weren't that good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the 15 movie, FF15.
Oh, that's right. They're
Yeah.
making a movie about it, yeah?
I saw some of the screenshots. They look beautiful.
I believe it.
It's real people. It's like Uncharted 4 level of like, oh.
Square Enix doesn't like pull punches when it comes to prettiness,
No,
so they're kind of the kings of that
Yeah.
as far as RPGs go. So
I always forget how big Square Enix is.
Yeah,
Like, for some reason,
I
I always
know.
think they're smaller than they are.
well, it's because they don't release a whole lot of games.
Yeah.
So it's like they're not really in the public eye a whole lot.
They-
But
Go ahead. They publish a lot of things though. Like,
sure. I mean, yeah, they
like
do
Deus Ex
like what else did they did Just Cause.
Yeah. Oh, they did.
Yep.
And they did something else I
which
wasn't
is a huge
expecting,
departure.
but I can't remember.
Oh, the new Tomb Raider.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever see the Doom movie?
No, but I hear.
That is a movie that is so much fun to watch with a big group of people.
Okay.
Dude, Brucify, Doom.
Doom.
Oh my
We should do
gosh.
video game movies.
Oh my gosh. Doom would be amazing to watch with people because the acting is so terrible, but there are so many like jump out of your seat and fist pump in the air kind of moments
Like,
where you're like,
if you play
"Yeah!"
Doom, you're like, yeah.
Exactly.
Does it play that da 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 like
No.
E1
You are
M1?
so obsessed
That
with
is
that
the
song.
best song of Doom.
The only place that song is in is in the
know.
original Doom on level 1.
M1.
That song is
I think
pretty
it's just
awesome,
called E1 M1 music too.
though. I think so.
It's like I love that song is Doom to me.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the da 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 Doom is Mario music, even though
Exactly.
it's not like the actual music.
Yeah.
So
But that's in almost every
Yeah.
single level in the original Super Mario Brothers, so it's not specific
Fair
to
enough.
one level. Let's see here. Bum. Did you have any more?
I didn't even put a list.
Oh,
I was like,
good.
I don't know enough about movies. I mean, like
Let me ask you this: did you see the Resident Evil movies?
I have not.
Okay,
I'm
good.
not a huge enough Resident Evil fan
Keep
to
it that way.
subject
Well-
myself to that.
It doesn't matter. I'm a monstrous Resident Evil fan,
Yeah.
and those movies have nothing to do with Resident Evil. Those movies should have been called Zombie Attack
Zombie Attack with Alice.
with Alice.
With Alice.
Featuring Alice, and it's a guest starring characters from the hit Resident Evil series.
Is Leon in the movies?
If he is, he's in later ones that I haven't seen. I watched the third one time, and I was like, I'm done. I'm
Okay.
tapping out from this. I saw the first one a couple times. I was like, this one's okay. It's probably the closest the series has ever gotten to the actual Resident Evil games. But number 2 was a huge departure.
Yeah.
Number 3 just got ridiculous. It's like,
Is Chris in there?
no, I don't think
Redfield?
so.
Are there any other than is
Jill,
Jill?
Claire, I think Barry's in one of them
Yeah!
at some point.
That's my boy.
But yeah, those movies are not good. It's like I can't stand it when they go too far from the source material,
I.e. Hitman.
where they literally
Yeah.
just want the name Resident Evil and slap it on some dude's vision
Yeah.
of what he thinks Resident Evil should be.
Looking at you, Ave Bull, even though you didn't do those movies.
He
but
didn't.
You did that to Postal and a whole bunch of other movies. House of the Dead.
And Andrew something did the Resident Evil movies, and I hate that
Isn't the
guy.
dude who's married to Jovovich?
I don't think so.
Was that okay? Because I know she lends a lot of roles because she's married to a director.
Well, I love Mila Jovovich.
So do I. I'm just saying.
Like her role is Lilu is
yeah.
like iconic to the fullest degree. Fifth Element is an unbelievable movie.
So good.
I'm
I'm trying to think. Have you seen Max Payne movie?
I have not because I read an interview that completely deterred me. Mark Wahlberg flat out said, I think we've talked about this before, but he was just like, I didn't play any of the games because I wanted to do my own interpretation of Max Payne and not the game version to give the fans a new experience. And I was like, you moron, we don't want a new experience. The reason we love Max Payne is because he's Max Payne.
And it's like, that is the most realistic movie video game you could do. Because you have the plot laid out. There's no like stupid special effects.
But then they did stupid special effects.
Oh, I know, like with a Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie angels.
I think it's Valkyrie or Valkyrie.
Or Valkyrie or whatever. Yeah. Angels, like just showing up and monsters and just like, what are you doing?
I remember someone described a scene where like he just busts into a room. He's got like 2 pistols and he's shooting everything, and then it like zooms out and there's nothing in the room. And I was like, that's lame.
Sounds
because
really
he's like
stupid.
Hopped up on drugs or something.
That sounds really dumb.
It's so bad.
So the last movie I want to touch on before we move on is, did you ever see The Wizard?
No.
That is the definitive video game movie, period.
I know there's secrets for Mario Bros. 3 in that.
Yes, well, that was Nintendo's reveal of Super Mario Bros. 3.
Oh,
Nobody had seen it until that movie came out. That game is basically just one big Nintendo product placement, but
nice.
The movie is amazing. It is a treasure among. If you're a gamer, you have to see it at least once.
Okay.
Fred Savage is in it, one of my favorite human beings on the planet. I love that guy. It's a very strange, unique movie. There's all kinds of video game references in it, and the giant Nintendo World Championships at the end.
Nice.
It's so fun. It's so fun. But yeah, I love that movie. We have to watch that at some point in time. It's got to happen.
I'm trying to think of other bad video game or good video game movies. There's not a lot of good ones.
There's a bunch that I'm not even going to talk about because they're not good.
Because they're not anywhere near the video game.
Well, yeah. Like Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal. Love Jake Gyllenhaal.
That's an alright movie, actually.
Was it?
I saw it in school.
I started watching it. I made it about 20 minutes in. I couldn't handle it, and I turned it off.
It's, like I said, it's like a 6 out of 10. Like, I watched it in school because I was like, oh, they're like, hey, this is PG-13. People like kids like the Prince of Persia.
Dude, you know what is an amazing, magical, wonderful, glorious, terrible, atrocious abomination of a movie that should be viewed with all of the grains of salt in the world?
It's so much salt.
Is the Dead or Alive movie, the fighting game?
I forgot they made a movie.
Dude, it is so bad. It is so comically bad that it's so amazing to watch. It's hilariously fun.
Aren't like the CG Tekken movies all right though?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've heard that. I haven't seen them, so I'm not gonna lie and say they are amazing or bad or whatever. I haven't seen them, but I don't know. I feel like if they were gonna make a Tekken movie great, a CG version is the way to go.
Yeah, I feel like, and then they made a Heavenly Sword movie. Oh my, I haven't seen that, but
which is weird because the game in and of itself is a lot like a movie.
Yeah,
it's very, very cinematic and over the top.
You know what I'd love actually is an Okami movie. Because that's just like a Disney movie, if you really think about it. I think the art style and everything.
That would be
awesome.
really fun.
Yeah.
Can't leave this subject without talking about the Super Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins.
Seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, but
dude,
I know
we've got
it's
to marathon
legendary.
all of these trash movies. Because that's another movie that just takes the source material and kind of throws it out the window. So, it's just really wacky.
Awesome. I know that. Like,
I don't know why Luigi is like this Hispanic guy and Mario is this tough talking New Yorker, who is also Australian in real life.
What?
Bob Hoskins.
Anyway, I just know I saw a scene where they had like Ghostbusters packs on. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's how they jump. Is they have to put on these jump boots, these giant like super jump boots.
Okay.
And they have no control over where they jump and stuff. And Yoshi is just a velociraptor.
Yeah!
And King Koopa is just Dennis Hopper being crazy and loud. So the movie's hilarious.
See, there's a point where if you like don't take the source material like to a point where it's bad, but once you go far enough, it's good again.
Yeah.
It loops back over. You're
exactly.
Like, all right.
So the Super Mario Brothers movie is one of those ones where it's just like, God, this sucks, and then you're like, you know what, this is fun.
Yeah.
So awesome. Oh, well, you got any more?
That's
you want to
it.
talk about? Okay.
No, dude, I don't even have a list. I was like,
Cool.
I'm just gonna wing this whole
Yeah,
thing.
I just threw a couple on here to touch on, but
Yeah.
video game movies are fun if you watch them. There are too many people out there that take movies way too serious,
Yeah.
and there are movies that I just don't want to watch because the subject matter doesn't appeal to me. But I mean, video game movies are just fun. That's all
Absolutely.
just fun.
And I think I hope it's the golden age of like video game movies, but like
they're trying. I
they're-
mean, the
they're-
Warcraft movie is
they're
out.
really trying.
We're
like,
coming out in Assassin's Creed with Michael Fassbender.
I'm really excited for Assassin's Creed. Actually,
We'll see what happens.
I love Assassin's Creed.
The thing that people can't like hold on to with like a vice grip is the movies are not going to just be the video games with live actors.
Yeah.
They are going to be changed. They are going to be interpretations. They might try to stay close to the source material, but
Yeah.
don't go into a video game movie expecting to just be watching a Let's Play on YouTube of the actual video game.
Yeah. With live
people
actors.
you're going to be disappointed every single time
Yeah.
if that is what you're clutching to. I want it to be just like the game. It's like, well, it's not gonna be.
Pretty-
It's gonna be Hollywood's version of it.
Yeah, pretty much what snapped me out of it was like, oh, it's not Desmond. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
at that point, I was like, all right,
It's whatever. If it was, do you realize how boring an Assassin's Creed movie would be if it was just assassins running around just stabbing dudes and getting into sword fights over and over again?
When I was talking to my friends, I was like, all right, 90% of the movie is just finding the viewpoints, right? And then like then like first 10% is like them setting up. It's like, all right, get to the next one. He's jumping off.
And then the end credit scene is just him jumping into hay bales for like 10 minutes.
Then there's like there's like one of like the diamonds pops over a guy's head, and, and then just hard cut the credits, and that's it.
See, there you go. Now it's just like the game. Are you happy and satisfied now? No. Anyway.
Just run on rooftops for 2.5 hours. I love it. Like they have like, all right, all right, not Desmond. We're gonna go to the Animus, and it's like, all
the
right.
movie is just the main character trying to do all the side missions before doing any of the story missions.
You know what would be awesome if it gets stuck on one of those like rotating puzzles from 2?
That
where
would be
Where it's
hilarious.
just stuck for like an hour. He's like, I can't figure it out. It's like, ugh.
The actor is just getting angry in a room.
Michael Fassbender's like, I can't do it. I love it.
Oh, perfect.
There
Awesome.
you go.
So that's the end of the mini boss segment, which was a longer mini boss segment. But hey,
Yeah.
whatever. It's our
Some
podcast.
mini
Get off
boss-
our backs, yo.
Yeah, some mini bosses are harder than other mini
Truth.
bosses.
That is true. There are some mini bosses where you're just like, was that a mini boss? And then there's some mini bosses where you're like, yay, I beat the boss. And it's like, wait, what? There's another one after this?
Checkpoint unlocked. You're like,
Exactly. So we're gonna move straight on into the news.
pause for too long.
Too long
Too long.
pause.
Pause for way too long.
So Connor has the news this week.
I do.
Hit us
There's
with it, brother.
a decent amount of news.
Oh, good.
So speaking of video game movies, this is a good segue. Fruit Ninja movie.
Oh,
Get
wow.
hype, boy.
Ugh.
Hey, tell me the main character, Fruit Ninja.
Your finger.
Yes, I was about. If you said anything else, I'd be like, nah, it's your finger.
Yeah.
But there you go. Come on.
Yeah,
That's all I have to say.
Like, you know what's weird though? Sorry to touch on that. Apparently the Angry Birds movie is doing really well.
That's because how like iconic is Angry Birds?
It's not. But apparently
well-
they turned Angry Birds into almost like a Pixar movie.
That's
with like
fine.
characters like that and like the more adult jokes that can be viewed by children without being too, you know what I'm saying?
Ren and Stimpy style.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where it's like it's borderline, but it's like appealing to everybody. Apparently, tons of people are loving the movie. So
Sure. Oh, I might take my sister to it because we're like free Saturday. My parents are off on their anniversary.
go.
So I'll be like,
Right
hey,
on.
let's go watch Angry Birds because whatever. Cool. Fruit Ninja? I'm not hyped for that.
yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's 5 announced.
Cool.
Cool. I feel neutral about this game series.
I played the second one for a brief moment, and then I was like, the first one's way scarier.
Yeah, I like the idea of the first one, and then it just got ridiculous, and now I'm
Freddy
sick of seeing it.
Fazbear's Pizza. I would
Yeah.
eat there though.
I would totally eat there. I love Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Like the real life equivalent. So Oculus shuts down app that allows Vive to play Oculus games. This is bound to happen eventually.
What the heck?
Yeah.
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah.
Simply because it's like you want. Okay.
I see the argument like forming in your head.
It's like, all right, whatever. You know, if people have a Vive and they don't have an Oculus, you're still gonna make money if
Yeah.
they play your games, your Oculus games.
That's the biggest thing I've heard is like, but on the other end of that, it's like people want them to buy more Oculus, so it's like
They still can't even fulfill their pre-orders. So screw that.
never mind.
It's like, we want you to play it on our headset. It's like, well, make the headset available, you jerks.
Let me buy it.
Yeah. It's like, quit sending it to Best Buy for general, consumption of the public when you can't even fulfill the pre-orders of the people who gave you money forever ago.
They already bought it. Let's just give it to them.
So screw that, Oculus. You guys are being punks.
Yeah. And it was obviously bound to happen eventually.
That's ridiculous.
There's probably going to be eventually a third-party app that lets you play PlayStation. I forget what is it? VR, just PlayStation VR.
yeah,
I mean, eventually, there's all these kind of,
I did read something, though,
drivers
that
and
Vive is crushing Oculus.
Well, because they can sell units.
Well, A, they can sell units, and B, apparently just the experience on the Vive is just top-notch.
Okay.
It is just outdoing the Oculus full board.
Okay, because I can see, like, I think PlayStation VR is going to do well because it's a console version.
Sure.
But I can it was bound to be one or the other on PC.
I don't know if you heard this, though. The Microsoft is planning to release a new Xbox with Oculus support.
That's cool.
So you'll be able to play Oculus on your home console, which I think is neat.
That's awesome. I want Nintendo to just be like, Virtual Boy's back.
Yeah,
That's
Virtual
it.
Boy 2.
The Virtual Boy and duct tape. There you go.
And guess what? Everything's red still.
Woo! You can choose between red or blue this time. Just change a little light bulb inside. Who
Nintendo, you're
cares?
so progressive.
Ugh, that speaks volumes for
Yeah.
what Nintendo is. Anyway, yeah.
What's next?
So No Man's Sky got delayed until August.
That's okay. August 9th. That's the day before my birthday.
Oh,
So,
nice.
hey, No Man's Sky birthday for
Yeah.
me. Yay!
No Man's Sky themed, like whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it's where we can't get around to doing everything
Yeah.
on my birthday.
Aw.
That's the
it's
theme
where
of
there's
No Man's Sky.
there's way too much to do, and it's probably not gonna live up to its hype.
Exactly.
But
Happy 30th birthday to me.
as
We
a,
can't do anything you actually want because there's too much traveling.
As a disclaimer, I'm super looking forward to No Man's Sky.
I can't wait.
I
The
don't-
game's going to be incredible.
I love it. But happy birthday to Brian in the future.
Woo!
So the Division 1.2 update to add the Clear Sky Edition, which is in like a new kind of like, I know you know what else I'm about to say here too, which you have to be level 30 and also includes loot Darkstone changes. Also accidentally removes characters.
Woohoo!
How about that?
The Division is really dividing their sales from customers.
It's like, oh, here's this new stuff. Hey, your character level 30, it's gone. You're like, oh, so I'm just gonna sell my copy.
Which is what I did, which is what several of our friends have already done. They're just getting rid of that.
I'm just gonna wait because it's sitting on my shelf and I'm not
Sure.
gonna touch it till there's like, hey, everything's fixed.
I'm just scared of it, man. I worked really hard on that character,
Mm.
and I really like him. So I mean, he is uploaded into my PlayStation Plus like cloud storage. So, but I'm not touching the Division until they're like, hey, everybody, it is fixed permanently. Sorry, here's some free stuff for all the inconveniences.
Here's free DLC. Be like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's like, there's some kind of saying, out of the frying pan into the fire, something like that.
Yeah, or fool me once.
Fool me once or whatever. Okay. So Xbox One PC Rocket League crossplay went live this week.
Woohoo!
So we're getting close to the unified future of video games.
That's fantastic.
It's
Because
awesome.
Rocket League, you could play PC versus PS4
yeah.
originally
So,
already. So PC versus Xbox. Now we just need that trifecta.
Mm.
Come on, make that last line of the triangle.
the trifecta I wanted as a kid, where it's like, oh, dude, I could just like bring my GameCube controller and we could just play in like Xbox or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But now it's even better. I love it. So next up, Kojima says he wants to keep the Kojima Productions to around 100 people for a more intimate type of studio.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I feel like if it blew up any bigger than that, then things might get a little more watered down.
Yeah.
But if he's got a core group of trusted people under his reign,
Koji Rain.
I feel like the games are going to be super quality. I mean, look at Platinum. They keep it small.
And they
And
make amazing games.
They do. Except for the new Ninja Turtles game came out. It got a 4.
I'm still gonna buy it though.
It's just, apparently they said it's ultra repetitive. Like,
Yeah.
way too repetitive.
Some of those Platinum games, like I know Transformers was kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then the Korra game that came out, which sucks, but
Oh well.
oh well.
I mean, I don't. It doesn't deter me from loving Platinum games.
Yeah, or Ninja Turtles.
Not every company has like permanent, constant hits.
Yeah.
Except for Naughty Dog.
Anyway, wasn't there a Crash game that was bad?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I've loved every
Whatever.
Crash Bandicoot game there's ever been.
even the ones on the GameCube that were like kind of.
They're okay. I mean,
Okay.
they're good.
Alright.
They're good, just run-of-the-mill platformers.
But back to Kojima.
Sure.
I think it's awesome because by the games he makes, I think you'd rather have like a trusted team.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I did hear news that he's trying to find an engine for his new game.
That's right. He went on
'Cause
like that tour of the U.S. or a world tour, actually.
He's going like all around the world.
just being like, show me what you got. We
Kojima-
might use it in our game.
Kojima World Tour 2016.
Because Konami owns Fox Engine,
Yeah.
and they're never going to touch it ever again.
Never. Sorry, this makes me really angry.
Yeah.
Minecraft adds PvP mode.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
that's good. That's
Cool.
good for all of those angry Minecraft players. I see videos constantly of dudes just attacking other players.
And they're
And
like,
taking their stuff.
Stop.
They're like, stop it! I'm trying to build stuff. I'll get you banned. I will. And they
It's
don't.
like, you mean paying for playing the game.
It's hilarious.
Anyway. So next up. So this year is Sonic's 25th anniversary.
Ooh,
It's been around for 25 years.
didn't know that.
And Sega has announced a new Sonic game in the works that I believe is not the new Sonic Boom game.
Okay.
So-
I hope not, because
I-
that would be a terrible way to celebrate 25 years.
Yeah, like, hey, here's this crappy product. Anyway, happy 25 years, Sonic. Would to be fair,
You know what I would love? I would love Sonic and Knuckles plus Sonic 3 remade with the Sonic 4 graphics.
Okay, and just physics and like,
Mhm.
hey, you know what they did for the 15th anniversary?
What?
Sonic 2006. Just wanted to let
So,
that sink in
all
for a
right,
little bit.
Sega,
So they're
keep-
not doing a very good job of
Yeah.
celebrating it. What did they
Yeah.
do for their 20th? No, they did Sonic Generations for their 20th, which
That's
is
not
fine.
a bad game.
Okay, I think. Which is actually a lot of people say is the best game of years. But
Yep.
yeah, I'm excited. You know, you guys know I'm a Sonic fan. So Ghost Recon Wildlands trailer launched this week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be open world. Which
You know
makes,
what's dope?
What?
Tabby's stepdad worked on that game
nice.
because he works at Ubisoft.
Can you give me a copy?
I
Can
don't
you give
think
me
so.
a copy?
I
Okay.
don't think so. I don't think it works that way.
That'd be nice. But it's open world. That makes me excited because I'm thinking like Metal Gear 5. So it'd be like,
I watched
cool.
the trailer. It looks awesome.
I haven't seen it. I know there's like a warthog looking kind of thing.
I'm not a huge fan of the Ghost Recon series because they're way more tactical than not. That doesn't mean they're bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I just think it's not my style, but I love the way they look.
Yeah.
So game looks pretty cool.
I love stealth games, and
Yeah.
Ghost Recon is no. I love Future Soldier. I
Yeah.
played that game so much. I used to. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell the story because it's kind of boring. But anyway, so Ready at Dawn, the makers of Order 1886,
Yeah.
have announced a new game or are going to be announcing a new game next week.
I really hope it's the Order 2.
Or 1887.
Well, the thing is the Order is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played, and it controls really well. It's just short, and there's too much cutscene
Yeah.
going on. The gameplay in and of itself is awesome.
Hmm.
It's super good. If they just fleshed that out into a more like expansive, more varied game, I would love that.
Because that's my favorite setting. Is like Victorian, like sci-fi.
Yeah,
is really cool to
Absolutely.
me.
And they do it really well in that game.
Yeah.
Their
Like-
werewolves are so scary in that game.
As they should be. Werewolves are freaking scary, man.
Yeah, they're not muscle-bound dudes and jorts.
Teen Wolf. So Zelda E3 demo could be 90 minutes long.
Ooh,
That's like a dungeon, dude.
that's going to be annoying for all the people lining up to play it. Is going to be like, all right, your 90 minutes starts now.
If you're getting to E3, better join early, or else they're literally, if they have like 5 setups, it'll be like you getting like 50 people through a day.
I feel like they're going to try to compensate for the extended demo by having tons of kiosks set up.
I'm sure if that's all they're doing, and they have like
if they're gonna dedicate their entire show floor space, like
Yeah.
allotted Nintendo space, to just Zelda, then there's gonna be plenty.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the gameplay stuff coming out for it because I won't be there.
Yeah.
We'll watch it though.
Someday.
So, yeah.
Someday we'll get passes to go.
So you remember those dudes at the beginning of Street Fighter 2 in the trailer?
Yeah.
They have names now.
What?
Yeah. So the black dude's Max and the white dude's Scott.
Nice.
And when I looked at the concept art, there's like a big Street Fighter 5 symbol. So maybe they're gonna come back
I
as
would
Fighter.
do-
That'd be awesome.
Dude, if Scott and Max become full on, oh my gosh,
That'd be awesome.
that'd be so sweet.
It's because like finally they're like, oh, it's Max and Scott. Like, because no one knew their names
That's
for forever.
hilarious.
They're just like they just forgot. I love it. But that's awesome. I love.
That's such a
finding it.
glorious 90s opening to
Yeah.
a video game.
Ah, it's so good. And that's it. And then I got a couple notable releases.
Okay.
Overwatch came out. I've
Yes.
not had hands on it yet, but everyone's
I've
telling
seen
me.
tons of videos, and I'm just dying to play it.
Yeah, I
I'm
might
dying
I might
to play
sell
it.
some games or something. to
Tabby and
be
I
able to
really
get
want
it.
to play it together.
Yeah, I guess we can play it together too when we get
No.
it. Oh, well,
All right,
I'll
we
play
can
with
play
my
together
other friends.
too.
I'll
That's
play with my
fine.
other friends. I have other friends, Brian.
Name one. Just kidding.
Ellie, that's my dog. Dang it. Far Harbor DLC came out.
Oh yeah.
TMNT Mutants in Manhattan, obviously,
Mhm.
and Witcher 3 DLC Blood and Wine.
Cool.
That's pretty much like there's only 2 games in there, but there's mostly DLC that people
Sure.
care about. But yes,
Awesome.
that's it for no.
That was actually eventful news.
Yes.
So cool. We're gonna move straight on into our final boss segment, and I wanted to talk about this one with the E3 season rapidly approaching. It's actually only a couple weeks away, man. That's so exciting. Yeah.
See, E3 is always this thing that's always in the distance for me.
I know, and me too. And then it just poofs. It's just like, hey, E3, I'm here.
What's the date on it? Do you know?
June 10th or 9th, I think, is when it's starting.
Oh, that's rough because I'm gonna be at a tournament that date.
Oh. I'm gonna be at work that day.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to watch I'm gonna have to avoid all gaming news and watch the press conferences when I get home.
Yeah.
Luckily, Sony does their press conferen's in the nighttime. So it'll just be Microsoft in the morning, and then I think Ubisoft does theirs in the afternoon.
Ubi baby.
But anyway, yeah, Sony's the one I'm more interested in, but I love Microsoft stuff too. I like to see what they do.
Because
Anyways.
they always announce something cool, like
So-
no matter what it is.
With E3 rapidly approaching, I kind of wanted to talk about the notable games that are going to be shown off or are rumored. Basically, all the stuff that we're pumped for
Yeah.
to see and experience more and get more fleshed out explanations and videos and stuff. So
I think we both got lists here.
yeah.
I can't remember all those games off the top of my head.
First and foremost, I just want to throw one out here: Final Fantasy 15.
Yes, that's on my list too. We'll probably see like one final trailer for it before it comes out next, like the month or two after that.
I just Square Enix's hope with this game is to establish dominance again as like the king of RPGs.
Yeah.
And I feel like with what I've seen so far and what I've played, they could do it with this. This game is amazing.
Yeah.
Just the scope in general is ludicrous. I saw the world map in comparison to The Witcher's map and GTA 5's map, and it makes those games look tiny in comparison.
Okay, nice.
Which is nuts.
I love it.
So, hope that brings in my number one mode of transportation, fast travel.
You just get to drive that car everywhere.
Just got to drive that slow car everywhere.
I love that car. It's so dumb. I love cars and do you know what is this like? I haven't learned much about F-15, but is it like supposed to be like modern times, or is it doing like 7 where it's like cyberpunk? I think is what it is.
It's kind of like that, where it's like futuristic, but people use swords and stuff.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
All right, that's fine.
It's awesome.
I always love that. Like in Star Wars, for example, like they have blasters and stuff, and they're better. But if you're trained with like a lightsaber, it's a better weapon.
Exactly.
So it's I love that kind of thing.
I like that too. What's one you got?
Obviously it's gonna come up Zelda.
Yeah,
It's announced.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna talk much about this, but I'm just I'm a Zelda.
I'm
nerd.
excited to see the way it plays.
Yeah.
Because they've only got like concept trailers and stuff where it's like more cinematic than actual like you've got the HUD on the screen, seeing how Link is going to control and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the art style. I don't like the cell shaded, unless it's Wind Waker where it's that whole thing. I don't like the Skyward Sword cell shading. But
Gotcha.
I
think it looks pretty.
I still love Zelda enough that I'm gonna pick it up.
Say it's not gonna deter you. You're not gonna be like, screw this game.
No. But dude, skip sucks.
Yeah.
No, I love Zelda, and apparently it's gonna be more open world based.
Cool.
And
that'll be a fun change.
And there's gonna be like overworld bosses and stuff.
Nice.
Which would be like kind of like random events, which would be cool because I love stuff like that.
I'm excited for that. That's actually got me pumped because I mean I'm excited to see like a departure from the series.
Yeah, I heard a rumor that I'm really excited for that Link might have been raised by Gerudos in this, which is like really cool because Gerudo's
so
the
he'll
bad
be
guy.
like way more tough.
Yeah.
Another game I had on my list here is Nioh, or Neo,
yes,
however you say it. It's like that Team Ninja's version of Dark Souls. I read the they put out an article after the beta finished, and they posted all of the like choices that fans wanted them to make, and I'm really excited because they were like, "We've heard you loud and clear. The changes we're making are," and they listed all the things that I complained about on the game.
Nice.
Specifically, the way your character behaves when you're locked on in combat is just wonky as all get out. If they fixed that, the game would be way more playable.
I know that the statistics came out,
Yes.
and Asia's like, no, dude, this game's too hard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like, dude, the difficulty's really hard.
Well, the difficulty is really hard, but it's because it was an alpha actually. It was because it hasn't been fleshed out yet.
Yeah.
That was like their test build. Being
Yeah.
like, how do you feel about this? Well, I don't like this, this, and this. Oh, okay, cool. We can fix that.
Yeah.
So anybody who gave up after playing that is silly.
Yeah, but I just think it's funny because there was all that time where like Asia was like, dude, these American gamers aren't hard enough, and now it's like, no, give us the hard stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you can take it.
I love the hard stuff.
Yeah.
I love hard games.
And
They're amazing.
and America was in the top. Like, yeah, the difficulty's fine, which is interesting. I have really opinion either way. I haven't seen much about it.
Sure.
You know, I'm about Dark Souls. I still need to beat Dark Souls. I need
Yep.
to play it more. But yeah, Battlefield 1. I just want to throw that out there.
Okay.
That's gonna be out there. I'm excited. I don't want to talk too much about this because like it's a first-person shooter. But
Battlefield 1 was on my list as well
Okay.
because I'm excited to see what they're going to do with
Yeah.
it. It's interesting.
Because it'll be a different kind of change of pace. Instead of having like automatic weapons and like
Yeah.
vehicles, it'll be probably more accuracy and like melee based. I hope.
Sure.
Which would be interesting.
My
on a
question is,
multiplayer
are they gonna stick to the actual World War I like canon, or are they gonna kind of do their own version of World War I?
I never played the Battlefield 1942.
Okay.
Was that like
It was very much a World War II game.
okay?
But like I don't know, the main character for Battlefield 1's got that weird like spike club that he uses and stuff. Like
Well,
that's not really like
That's a real weapon.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was a real weapon. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
then I'm a complete moron. I just don't know my history very well.
And
Then.
there's like a Freddy Krueger claw too,
Wow.
where there's like all these weird like melee weapons.
Well, then in that case,
World War
like
One.
that case, I'm even more excited about it. If those were like, because I saw that and I just didn't know. I was like,
Yeah.
that's kind of a weird. Are they trying to make you like a super soldier in the middle of World War I?
I don't
or
think
are you
so.
just a dude in World War I?
I think you're just Commander Shepard in World War One.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool then. I'm pumped on that.
Because the guy looks like Commander Shepard.
One game I don't want to really talk too much about it. I'm just more. I loved the first one, but Titanfall 2.
Yeah. I've heard some stuff that it's gonna be more on like the magic side, actually.
That's cool. Titanfall 1 is awesome. I
Yeah.
love that game. It exploded and then
Died.
rapidly declined and died out.
Yeah.
But I love that game. That game is so much fun. One of my favorite things to play on the Xbox One.
Yeah. I was really excited for it. Back when it came out, I never ended up picking it up, unfortunately. But it looked cool.
Yeah.
I liked all the movement options you had in it.
The good thing about this one is that it's going to be on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Nice.
Whereas the first one was Xbox One and PC exclusive.
Yeah, I think it was 360 too.
Oh, that's right. But the 360 one
Yeah.
didn't have some of the modes and features.
I think that's why I didn't pick it up because I only had the 360 at the time.
Yep.
And I was like, I'll pass.
Exactly.
Cool. Next up, I'm excited for this. Hitman. They're gonna have some more
Have you
Hitman
played it?
stuff. I have not, but I know it plays a lot like the old ones.
Well, it's out. Like
Yeah.
it's just episodic.
Yeah.
It's fun. I played the first round of it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was neat.
On the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to pick it up because I love the old ones.
Mhm.
From Blood Money backwards. Except one's terrible. But yeah.
Did you see anything for Horizon Zero Dawn?
I've not.
Okay.
Ooh, is it the robot like one?
The robot dinosaurs.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
plays
yeah.
like the tribal.
Yeah.
gal
I
with,
have
like-
seen some about that. I'm not super excited for
Oh,
it though.
dude, that game looks so dope.
Yeah.
I got to show you the gameplay trailer.
You have showed it to me.
I have.
Yeah.
Oh.
You showed it to like me and John once. And we were like,
Huh.
oh, that's crazy.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm super excited to see what they're gonna do with that. That game looks so much fun.
Yeah.
That's the next project from the guys who did the Killzone games.
Interesting. Okay.
So Killzone, that just super solid shooters. They'll never be like the king of shooters, but if you want a solid one, Killzone games are amazing. So I was excited to see this,
Okay.
and it's a big departure for them as well because it's a third-person action game as opposed to first-person.
Nice. It'd be interesting. I'm not super into it, but I'm not gonna like knock anyone who likes it.
Sure.
The game sucks. I'm just kidding.
It's terrible.
Now on to I had Persona 5. I don't know if
Okay.
you played the Persona games.
You know what's weird? For some reason, I keep thinking Persona 5's been out for forever,
So do I.
but I think
'cause
it's Persona 4.
it's
that
4,
I'm thinking
that's-
of.
4 has had 4 came out in 2008, and it's still relevant
It's still super like
Yeah.
in the public eye. Yeah.
because Golden came out in Vita.
That's
and
right.
It's like, and it's
And then
the
didn't they
definitive
do
version.
Persona 4 the fighting game or whatever?
Arena and
Arena?
Ultimax.
Yeah.
Which,
So-
which are canon,
Yeah.
and then Dancing All Night, which is also canon.
That's hilarious. So yeah, that game gets some love.
I need to
Persona is a beloved franchise.
I need to beat 4 because it's weeaboo trash that I love. So whatever. I'm a filthy weeaboo.
This. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Good. No, I had one.
Oh, okay. I don't know if this has actually been announced, but I really, 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 really want them to talk about Scalebound more.
I have that on my list too.
Okay.
It's kind of one of the rumored ones. It'll be interesting to see what they do.
I want to see because that first gameplay trailer they showed was enough for me to be like, I'm buying that the day it comes out.
Yeah.
So I want to see more.
I'd be interested to see what else Platinum's doing because they have like their B team. You know, it would be awesome.
What?
I'm gonna Metal Gear out here a little bit.
Okay.
Metal Gear Rising 2. Because I'll play that because
You know they won't do that.
I know they won't.
They can't. They
They
can't.
can.
They won't. I mean, Konami's not going to hire Platinum to make a new Metal Gear Rising game.
I know. I love that's Metal Gear Rising is in my like top 15 favorite games.
Yeah,
of all
I know,
time.
but Konami sucks. So
I hate you, Konami. Why do you hold so much like value in my life
yeah,
to be like the worst?
Konami from the '90s is one of my favorite game companies of all time.
Bop, 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 bop. Sorry, been playing Metal Gear 1, so
Nice.
it's like it's not about. But yeah, Scalebound.
The last one I have on here before we move on very quickly is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I want to see more of that.
Okay,
I just want to see more fleshed out gameplay mechanics and stuff.
we haven't seen Tifa yet, have we?
No, we have not.
We've seen
We've
Barrett
seen
and
Barrett
Cloud.
and Cloud.
I think we heard Tifa. I don't think we've seen
Yeah,
her.
I think there's some voice
Yeah.
acting and stuff. We also saw Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse
Nice.
from the start. So
I was playing the. Speaking of I was playing the motorcycle thing.
love
That
that
is my
section.
favorite part of the game.
you can go back to the Golden Saucer and replay that over and over
That's why I
again.
played it because I was like, I just spend so much money. I was like, this game's so good, and I can't wait to see what they do with it in remake.
Do you have another one?
I do. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Cool.
It's one of the rumored ones.
I hope they talk about it.
I hope they talk about.
I don't know if they will because then that's going to compete with Final Fantasy 15's Spotlight.
Yeah. It's probably not going to come out this year though, so
It won't.
it won't.
I just don't.
Maybe
I
not
don't
even
think
next
they
year.
want. I think they want to hype FF15 as much as possible because
Yeah.
it's coming out in September.
I know they're working on it
So
because they need to be,
they have to be.
Yeah.
I'm super pumped about Kingdom Hearts 3.
even though it's like Kingdom Hearts 7.
Oh
realistically.
yeah. Dude, Tabby has Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I should go back through
I had-
those just to like
yeah.
catch up.
And then there's the 4 other games that are a story.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
I'm
look.
not
I'm
gonna
gonna have to
touch
look up
those.
some YouTube video.
I'm
of
just
it.
gonna wiki those bad boys. I'm not even gonna worry about playing those.
I don't think you even play as Sora.
Too fleshed out for me.
I think you play as like B characters or something.
Awesome. Okay.
That's all I got. Actually, let me go through my list one more time. That's it. Yep.
Cool. Yeah. I'm sure there's more, and there's a bunch of secret games that haven't even been announced that are gonna have their big reveals at E3, which is always some of the most fun parts of the E3 press conferences, is being like,
Yeah.
"Here is blood." And we're like, "What?" So
Did you want Tecmo Bowl
Oh,
2016?
I would so
I would
play
love
Tecmo Bowl.
Like, I don't like sports games,
Yeah.
but like NES sports games, like, yeah, give it to me.
So much fun.
Or like NFL Blitz 2000, that game's so
All
good.
right, we're going to go quickly into our free DLC segment, and I'm excited about this one because we've done trivia before, but this time I've got it set up more like a quiz for
Okay.
Connor. So this is going to be more in the vein of if this was like if you were going to a video game school and this was like a final or
Final.
there's an essay question. Just kidding.
Oh God, kill me. I fail.
All right, so let's see how you do, man.
Okay.
Let's see. Question number 1. How many materia slots can a character have in Final Fantasy VII total?
12, like maximum.
Mm-hmm.
I think 12.
12? Okay.
Well, I'll go 10.
Okay. Incorrect.
What is it?
16.
Okay, because I was
There's
thinking
8 for the weapon and 8 for the armor.
Okay,
piece.
because I've only had a level of 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't had a full on.
I never had the ultimate weapons, so it's like,
that's too bad, dude. Cloud's ultimate weapon is the most dope looking sword in the world.
is it just ultimate weapon?
It's just called ultimate weapon.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna get when I'm this playthrough. I'm gonna do everything.
Cool.
I didn't even do the Wutai Village on my playthrough.
Oh snap,
No,
dude! That's one of
I
my
didn't
favorite
find it.
side stories.
Yeah.
Glorious.
'Cause-
All right, number 2. Which actor was in both the 80s and modern version of the Tron movies?
What's his name? Oh my gosh.
If you give me a character name that he has played, just to
I
let me
don't-
know that you know who he
I
is.
haven't seen him, but I know it's Jeff. I don't know his last name.
That's close enough. Jeff Bridges.
Jeff. I was like, is it Bridges? Because I was thinking
He played the Big Lebowski and everything.
Because I've seen the meme where it's like Jeff Bridges on a bridge and Bridges. I was like, okay.
All right. Number 3. Name 3 characters voiced by Troy Baker.
It's gonna be hard because I'm gonna mix up with Nolan. Oh, he wasn't Joel. All right, I'll give Drake's brother, Sam.
Okay.
I keep getting I can't like separate Troy and Nolan in my brain of what they've done. Booker from Infinite.
Got one left.
Yeah. Man, this is hard.
This is actually super easy.
I know, but
Okay, here.
dang it.
5,
Yeah,
4,
I give up.
3. Okay, I would have accepted Joel from The Last of Us.
Was it Joel?
Yeah.
I see. I can't like separate Nolan and Troy in my brain because they sound alike to me.
Also, he did the Joker in Batman Arkham Origins.
Yeah, I knew that. Should know that. I thought it was Mark Hamill though.
Let's see here. Okay, number 4. Jill, Chris, Rebecca, Leon. Give me their last names.
Jill Valentine.
Okay.
And what was it? Give it to
Chris,
me. Chris Redfield.
Rebecca,
Chambers.
Leon.
S. Kennedy.
Nice.
I'll give you that middle name. Leon's like next to Barry. Leon's my favorite character.
Yeah. Okay.
What
number
is
5.
this?
Number 5. What 90s action movie inspired the real name of Halo's Master Chief?
90s action movie?
Mm-hmm.
His name's John. Master Chief's real name's John. I don't know. I have no idea.
It's Demolition Man.
I've never seen Demolition Man.
Oh, it's a great movie.
I know. It's on my list.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone's character's name is John Spartan.
I would have never gotten that. Like if I had seen the movie, it'd be like John is a Spartan.
Yeah.
All right.
Where they got that from. All right. Number 6. How many playable characters are in the first Smash Brothers game, including the secret unlockables?
12.
Yeah, you got it.
There's 8 starting. There's 4 unlockable.
Number 7. Name the 4 horror characters that have been in Mortal Kombat games.
Horror? Oh, like horror movie characters.
Mhm.
There is Freddy Krueger.
Mm-hmm.
Alien from Aliens.
Yep.
Leatherface
Mhm.
and Jason.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Borracho.
Borracho is a horror
Borracho.
character. Number 8. What is the name of the main character in the Wolfenstein series?
BJ Blazkowicz.
Nailed it. Number 9. When is my birthday?
August 10th.
You're lucky I said it earlier, or you'd have been screwed on that one. And number 10. Name 3 characters voiced by Nolan North.
I give up. I'm not even gonna try this.
Try it.
Oh man, Nolan North.
Yes.
Drake.
Okay.
Nolan North. Whatever that bot from Destiny is.
Correct.
Hold on.
5,
Batman?
4,
Dang it.
3, 2, 1. Boom.
That's it.
It's okay. He's done so many.
I know.
Deadpool.
Dang it. I had that game too. I just get him so, like Troy Baker and Nolan North to me are the same person until they're in the same game. Then it's like
There's interviews with both of them talking to each other, and you can definitely immediately tell the differences.
I just like haven't played enough of their games to really know, I guess.
Gotcha.
Or
Well,
like side by side to really notice.
That was the free DLC segment for this week. That was fun.
Nice.
And with
I felt
that brings us to the end of episode Legal Drinking Age.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, 21. Piano music is
Well.
happening.
Well,
So if you liked what you heard today, go check out our friends. All of their links are down below, in whether you're on YouTube or SoundCloud. Again, we will be up on iTunes very shortly.
yeah.
There's some wonky stuff going on with that. So,
We're legal trouble.
yes.
We killed we killed men.
So check out MultiTap Podcast, check out Flock of Geeks, check out Brendan Dorman, aka Portarius Music, check out Keith the Human, and check out Kmall.
We did it backwards. I like it.
Yep, changing
it
it up
up.
a little bit.
I love it.
Connor, what do you got for us?
So if you guys want to send us pictures like what you ate today, 'cause I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, I'm so hungry right
like
I haven't eaten anything today yet.
Like what your favorite kind of pizza is.
Oh, dude, stop. Just
If what kind of segment ideas?
DragonPowerPodcast@gmail.com.
Fan idea.
Oh my gosh.
Segments. Whatever. It's DragonPowerPodcast@gmail.com.
So hungry.
What is that, Brian?
I was so hungry.
It's so hungry at gmail.com. If you guys want to follow us on Twitter or Facebooks, on Twitter it's at DragonPowercast.
Nailed it.
I'm gonna be more active on that. Letting you guys know what's going on during the week.
Sure.
And on Facebook, if you guys want that little bar that you look up people that like family members or whatever, it's Dragon Power Podcast. You'll see our symbol
Facebook.
on Facebook.
I like the Facebook.
I'm indifferent.
Cool. So thanks for listening. If you've never heard us before, thanks for checking us out for the first time.
Yeah. Continue to check us out in the future.
Exactly. Happy Memorial Day to all the veterans out there. We will see you next Monday with episode 22. Thanks for listening. See you later.
We're out.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Dragon Power Podcast.